Told you we would. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Man, did I mess up the intro? I probably did, but it's all right because it's been that kind of day. If you don't know, and if the intro got messed up, I am James, and you're watching Blue Dog Aquatics. Now, I apologize about not putting out videos over the last 2 days. Typically, we do like a bigger video on Tuesday, and then we do shorts throughout the week. But I've been moving. And not moving stores, but moving houses. And I'll tell you what, with 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kids, and a 4-bedroom house, and then the new house, obviously everybody wants to be chaotic because it's a new house and they want to explore everything and they want to pack. Oh my God, it's just, ooh. 12-hour ordeal and I'm exhausted. And then of course the dogs are scared because it's a new house and then they don't want to sleep all night and yeah. Anyway, a big thank you to each and every one of you for helping make this channel what it is. I really appreciate your guys' support. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Also hit that like and notification bell and share with your friends and family. We love seeing each and every one of you. Now today, we are talking about community fish. We're talking about how much food we should feed them. Because a lot of times, a lot of the issues that we have in an aquarium come down to food. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other kinds of variables in an aquarium, and this is not the only one, but this is typically the biggest one that I see. We have a lot of people come in and they're like, man, my total waste is just off the charts and the ammonia is just through the roof. Okay, well, how many fish do you have? How much are you feeding? These are basic questions that we ask everybody because it helps us figure out what the problem is so that we can help you resolve it so that you have a nice and healthy aquarium. Now, why I'm talking about community fish today versus, let's say, predator fish or more aggressive fish or what have you, is because there are many types of food and there are many types of fish. Not every fish eats the same thing. Not every fish has the same diet. So we wanted to cover community fish because typically they eat the same realm. Now, like Oscars and angels, they like brine and bloodworms more. Same with the Curdiscus, but if you want, we can do a whole nother video on those another day. But today we want to talk about community fish. Now, by community fish, I mean fish that can live together, whether it's guppies, cories, mollies, rainbows are even classified as a community fish. You also have your danios and your cardinals and your neons. Those are all community fish. Now, typically with community fish, we have at least 3 in a community because safety and numbers. Most fish feel a lot safer when they have more numbers. So that's why typically with cories, we do 2 or 3. With cardinals, we do typically schools of at least 3 to 5. Heck, this is even why shrimp do better in numbers. But shrimp are just scavengers and all that. And another topic for another day. But anyway, your fish. If you're ever wondering how much should I feed my fish? Fish's stomachs, let's see if I can say this without messing it up. A fish's stomach is the size of their eye. So, if you have a very small fish, let's see if I can get the light. So, something like a cory or a guppy, they have very small eyes, which means that their stomach is very small. Now, if you dump a bunch of food in there, they may not eat everything. But typically we tell people you should feed your fish as much as they can consume in a 10-minute period. Now, dictating on how many fish you have also dictates how much you should feed. Now, typically, like when we have, let's say like our guppy tank here, there are so many guppies in here, and so obviously we're going to feed them more because we want to make sure everybody gets fed. But if you have, let's say, like 2 angels, they're not going to eat a ton of food. But what we tell people is that it's better to feed smaller meals multiple times a day than to do one large meal. Because if you do one large meal, then what happens is, yes, the fish will get their fill and then it sits there. What happens is that when it's sitting there, it starts breaking down, which then causes waste and problems for your aquarium. Now, I'm going to show you here. So, don't mind the freezer here. So, these are just algae wafers. These are actually Hikari. Now, let's say that we're feeding my Cory tank over here. Now, these guppies will eat these, and so will the Corys. This right here, it should be enough, right? So, we drop them in there. Let's see if they'll fall. There they go. You can see the babies immediately already chasing them. And then they sense that there's food. So they're like, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then they dive bomb into it. And they start picking at it. You can do this, and typically you could drop in 2 pellets twice a day, and that'd be more than enough food. Now, let's say that you have this huge tank here. Lots and lots of guppies. Now, what we would do is, typically we do a mixture of flakes and pellets. But the reason why we threw pellets in with this tank is because we have bottom feeders as well as guppies. So if we throw in guppies, if we throw in flakes, sometimes the guppies will eat it all before it even gets to the bottom, which means that the Corys don't have anything to eat. That's a lot of the times why we like to give them the algae wafers, because they enjoy it and everybody gets some food. You can also do things like, let's say that, here's a key example. We have oh man, see, told you, long day. Otosynchilous algae eaters. There's lots and lots, there's about 40 of them in here. So, what we'll do is, I will take 2, just because I know that there are a ton. Don't mind the duckweed. I'll throw 2 in there, but I'll also take some of the flake. Now, I know that there's not a lot of guppies and tetras in here. So you see this? I just literally did a pinch. And then we'll open this back up. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is, you can see I'm just slowly pulling it away. I still have it in my fingers. Now, you can see most of that's floating down, so I still have some in my fingers, so that's all that I'm going to feed them. I would rather you guys feed twice a day than once a day. Yep, see, there's the rest. And then these guys are going crazy because they're like, oh my god, food! So, like I said, fish have their stomachs are about the size of their eyes. So that's a good rule of thumb for really any fish. The more fish you have, obviously, you're gonna have to feed a little bit more. But don't forget that when you have a community tank, you may have bottom dwellers as well as fish that swim up top. Keep that in mind and add, let's say, algae wafers for the fish that swim on the bottom, like your Corydoras or your loaches. And then on the top, give them flakes or brine or bloodworms, and that way everybody's getting a meal. Don't overdo it because you'll cause issues with your tank, and yeah, we just don't want that, because we want a beautiful looking tank. So guys, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a Happy New Year. I apologize about not doing a video last week either. It's just been one of those few weeks, but we are going to get back on track next week. On Tuesday we will put out another big video, but I wanted to share this with you guys, that way we can figure out and help you guys figure out how much to feed your fish. With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on one of the other videos. Keep scrolling through all of our videos. We have plenty on here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everything that you guys do for me. Please share, like, and yeah, subscribe. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. And oh yeah, did I forget to say it's my birthday? Happy birthday to me. I'm working. We'll see you guys next week.